Hello friends, today we will talk about developing a basic sari pattern which is typically famous in Indian weddings, and we would like to develop a pattern using programming languages. There are many programming languages, but I would like to take an example of C# to develop this pattern. Understood? So the pattern is very simple. If you see here thoroughly, there are triangles one after the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles are there, and in each triangle we have stars here. So the stars will be like 5 stars, then 1 space, then 5 stars, then 1 space, 5 stars, then 1 space, 5 stars, and 1 space. And the number of stars get decrementing by 1 on each row, and the spacing is also incrementing here. See, 1 space, there are 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces, and 5 spaces. So if we develop a program using this ideology, I think it is very easy for you to understand how to develop the pattern like this. So let's start on this. So I will open Visual Studio. And I will create a new project. Console application. And inside this console application, we would like to develop a pattern like this. So in the first we have 5 stars, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 space, 5, 5, 5, right? 5. In the next we will print 4, then 4, then 4, then 4, then 4. You can actually observe the number of spaces or the tabs I am putting in each row. In the next we are putting 3 stars, and then see how many tabs spaces we have. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And in the last we will have 2, 2, 2, 2. And in the last we will have 1, we have 1, 1, 1, 1. So this pattern we would like to develop using programming language. So it will be very interesting for you to understand how to develop, and also the intent is to make you aware how to put your thinking in this for developing the program. So you can see here there are 5 stars along with the space here. So for printing 5 stars, how do we do? For int I equals 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus, understood? And if I print console dot write, and I print these stars, so it will print 5 stars here, right? If I build this and start debugging this code, you can see that what all the some problem is there. See, this is actually printing 5 stars here, right? So like this we actually want to print 5 stars one after the other for 5 times, right? So what I will do, I will put another loop for int j equal to 1, j less than equal to 5, j plus plus, and I would do like this. And after printing, see, after printing these 5 stars we want to create 1 space, right? this one space. Then after printing star, one space. Then after printing 5 stars, one space. Then after printing 5 stars, we want to print one space. So for creating a space, simple is console dot write and space, right? So if I do, it will print 5 stars after the spaces, right? Now in the next iteration, what we want to do is, in the next iteration we want to print 4 stars, right? We want to print 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, and like this. So what I will do, I will create another loop int k equal to 5. Understood? K equal to 5, k greater than equal to 1, and k minus minus. Okay, so this will be for printing the printing the number of rows here. See, we want to print these stars in number of rows. There are 5 rows, 1 2 3 4 5. So for 5 rows we want to print like this, right? Now the important thing is, if we compile this program, you can see what the program is. It is all absurd, right? So what you need to do is, after printing these 5 lines, after printing the first row, you have to create a new line here, right? Console dot write line like this. And if you see, start without debugging, so this will be printing the pattern like this. Understood? So we are going step by step. So the next step is, we want to print 4 stars here. Understood? So how do we print 4 stars? If we pass here the upper limit as k. So what will happen, you can see here, when the first iteration starts, k was 5, and the value for this for loop starts from I equal to 1 till 5, and then k minus minus is in the second iteration, so k becomes 4. So I will be iterating from 1 to 4. Third iteration I for 1 to 3. Fourth iteration I to 2, and 1 to 2, and the last iteration just once. So it will print 5 4 3 2 1, but it will be, if you see, it will be little haphazard here. You can see here, the first triangle comes perfectly, because this is how it is, but in the next this one, next triangle gets little tilted. Why it is? Because we wanted to also have the proper spacing. So as I said here, you can see here we need to create, in the first row we had 1 spacing, in the second row we had 2 spacings, right? So how do we create this? This is the one which is actually responsible for making spaces here, right? So what you need to do is, you can actually create another variable here, int ijkl. Okay, l equals 0 here, and for this spaces, what you need to do, here you need to create spaces for this, right? So int ijkl m equal to 0, and m less than equal to l, and m plus plus. Okay, and here you need to increment l. So what will happen this way is, l equals to 0 in the first iteration, and m was also 0, so it will only create 0 less than equal to 0, it will only create 1 star. In the next iteration, l becomes 1, so it will create 2 stars. Third iteration, 3 stars. So if this is the way it should be built. If I build the code and start without debugging, you can see here the stars are getting printed. Okay, so understood, one by one we have to go. So if you have seen the program like this, you can observe very clearly that there are many for loops, and it will be very difficult to understand. But if we split the program into the smaller for loops and start from the beginning till we reach the output, it will be Very easy to develop the patterns like this. So the pattern looks difficult, but the development, if we go step by step, is very easy. Thank you.